Hi guys, this is Keshaka, your spiritual guide, and welcome to our channel Amethyst Awakening. Now, today, as a part of the Peer series, a series where I talk about my learnings and experiences through my spiritual journey and share some tools and techniques with you that might help you, we are going to talk about one of the most talked about topics in self help, self growth, just the spiritual world, mental health well being, or otherwise, and that is self love. Now, a lot of us identify the need to love ourselves more, a lot of us have been told to love ourselves more, and a lot of us also don't know how to love ourselves because we've not done that very often. And when I was doing a session a few days ago, one of my clients asked me, and she was like, I understand that I must love myself, but how do I do that? Like, how do I love myself? I don't like myself, and I have never loved myself, so I really don't know how do I go about it. And not a lot of people give us practical tools and techniques on how to love ourselves. So today I'm going to try doing that for you, and you can give it a shot and let me know in the comment section below how these techniques sound to you and if you're looking forward to try any of these. Okay, so let's begin. Now, before we start talking about what the techniques actually are, I would like you to imagine a person you love. So, someone you truly love, whether that is your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, God, your teachers, anyone, anyone. Like, just think of one person you love. It need not be you, just a person you love, okay? Now, think of that person. If you had to love them, how would you love them? So, if you love that person right now, there is something you are doing to make them feel good and to express your love. So I would like you to recall what those things are and the things that you do. If you can pause the video and write it down somewhere, then that would be amazing. But if you can't, even if you have that thought or that idea in mind, that would be really helpful. Now, the reason why I'm asking you to do this is that there are different love languages, and all of us speak in different love languages, right? So, we have words of affirmation as one love language, then we have acts of service as another love language, we have quality time as a love language, we have physical touch as a love language, and we have one more, which is giving and receiving gifts. All right, so these are the five primary type of broad love languages we have. So some of us like to express our love by hugging people and holding hands and stuff like that. So that is, you express your love language is physical touch. Okay, some of us like doing that by acts of service. So for example, we really love this friend of ours, and they are moving houses, so we're going to help them relocate. We go help them pack their bags and everything and pack their luggage, and help them move to another house, set it up, maybe paint their walls with them and stuff like that. So that is acts of service. Then we have quality time. So some of us like just being there for our loved ones, or like watching television with them, or just spending time with them, going out for dinner. Maybe like in some families, quality time is a sort of love language where you'll have fixed times that, okay, all of us, whatever happens, are going to watch this together, or whatever happens, all of us are going to have a meal together, and that is quality time as an example. So we covered physical touch, quality time, we covered acts of service, words of affirmation. Now a lot of us like expressing a love by saying nice things to a loved one, being if they got a haircut, you're noticing their haircut and you're like, this really suits you, or they did something nice and you're like, that's amazing, thank you for helping me, or this really makes me feel very special. So there are some people who like expressing through words of affirmation, and then there are some people who like expressing through gifts. So like if it's someone's birthday or someone really helped you, or you just like feel like expressing your love and you just like send your partner's favorite meal to them, or you buy someone like chocolates when you meet them, or you buy them flowers and stuff like that. So these are the 5 primary types of love languages. Now you might identify a particular type of love language that you have when you express it, and that's the type that I would like you to focus on. Another type that I would like you to focus on is how do you like to receive love, okay? So from your partner or from your parents or your friends or your loved ones, what is your love language when it comes to receiving it? Now, most of us want to receive it in our own love language, and some of us prefer otherwise, or maybe we're okay receiving it in a combination of 2 to 3 love languages. Now everyone need not only have one love language. Typically people use a combination of these 5 and try and identify what these primarily are, okay? Now once you're done with that, the next step then would be coming back to our original question, which is how do I love myself, okay? What is self-love and how do I practice self-love? You practice self-love just like you practice love with other people, okay? So you express love in the way you express love to your loved ones, and it's as simple as that. So how are you going to be able to do that? You need to see yourself as an external person, okay? So assume yourself as a separate entity other than the entity that is performing the act of love. So if you just see it as you buying yourself a gift, you might find it a little stupid sometimes if you're not like used to practicing self-love, and you don't like, you're like, why on earth would I do that? That's just like shopping. How is that like practicing love? Or I don't know, like you might not prioritize yourself, because when we're not used to practicing self-love, we actually prioritize people we love more than we prioritize ourselves. So the minute you start seeing yourself as a separate character who you love, so suppose when I'm doing something, I will not address myself as I or me or in first person. I will address myself as Keshika, okay? So I want to do this activity for Keshika. Even though I'm Keshika, I'm addressing myself by my name, and that just makes the whole process very simple, okay? And similarly, now suppose Keshika loves receiving gifts, okay? And she hasn't received gifts from anyone in a while, or like she really wants to receive gifts, and what do? Now I want to make Keshika feel loved. So I get her a gift. Now how do I get her a gift? Now this is something I actually practice, and it's like, it's cute, yeah, it's a little funny or whatever, and it's a little quirky also, but I'll just give you an example, okay? So you can actually go and purchase something for yourself, like, a lot of people like to take a day off for shopping and like buy themselves stuff and everything of that sort. But for me, like when I say gifts, I don't like knowing what my gift is, so it has to be like a surprise. Now how do you buy yourself something and not know what you're buying, right? That's a problem. So you need to solve that. So what I do is I go and I buy myself a Happy Meal from McDonald's. Now a Happy Meal gives you like a free toy. So it's like you're buying yourself a meal, but you're also getting a toy, which is like a gift that you don't know what it is, So it's like a small surprise. So the day I feel like getting myself a surprise gift, I do that. Now, so that is how you can do like the give and receiving gifts, self-love practice for yourself, okay? Now, how can you do words of affirmation? This is very important. A lot of us write affirmations, and we just say it for the sake of it, but we don't really believe it. And I'm going to do another video on affirmations in detail on how we can make them more effective. But as a self-love practice, what I would like to say for now is, when you are actually looking in the mirror and seeing these things to practice self-love, say things you genuinely mean. So like, if you don't think you're really pretty or you're really hot, or like, if you don't love your hair, it's gonna be really tough for you to look in the mirror and being like, oh, I love my hair, because you don't. And every time you say that, it's going to make you feel horrible. Instead, if you love your eyes, you can look in the mirror and you can be like, oh, I have really pretty eyes, and you can appreciate that. Like, start with things that you genuinely like, and once you start shifting your focus to things that you genuinely like, you'll start loving yourself a little more than before, okay? Now, Moving, I'm just giving you like random examples of each of these 5 types. So whoever you are, whatever type you follow, you get like an example on how to practice self-love, okay? Like a step that you can do. Now let's move to acts of service. Now this is very important because people in this category might wonder, how do I like do things for myself? Like this is bizarre anyways. I do my own work or whatever. And like, how am I going to express love by doing that? Now, acts of service is actually doing something for someone out of love. So suppose your friend, suppose there's a plan to go somewhere, okay? And your friend really wants to go there, but their parents are saying no. And, or, there's, they're in a situation where they're not really speaking up for themselves. And you speak up for them. So that's like an act of service you're doing for them, right? So similarly, for yourself, start speaking up. Like start doing something for yourself by going out of your way. Like when you went to help your friends relocate, you went out of your way to do that because you love them. So something for yourself that you can do by going out of your way. So suppose like it's more convenient to buy a meal of junk food and eat it, but go out of your way and cook a nice meal for yourself. That is an act of service. Okay? So these are things you can do for yourself under acts of service. That's like a challenging one to like get innovative and actually do it because it requires effort. But if you're someone who can do that for a loved one, you're someone who can definitely do it for yourself. Okay. Now we have one more remaining. So we did, yeah, physical touch. So for physical touch, you can hug yourself, you can pat yourself. Another thing would be you can take yourself, you don't literally need to give yourself massages, but you can go out to the spa, you can get a massage. Obviously, like a lot of things get a little like look at the situation and take your call since we're like in pandemic times, but you can still do things like you can always pat your own back, you can always hug yourself, you can always give yourself like a facial, and you can do things like that, like where there is a physical touch involved and you're like appreciating yourself and your body, that would come under physical touch. Now we have covered these 5 categories, and you know how you can love yourself under each of these categories. If you do not understand any of this, and if you think that okay, this might be a little level 2 for me and this is not like level 1, then as level 1, what I always tell people is just remove 15 minutes a day. All I'm asking for you to do is remove 15 minutes a day out of 24 hours for yourself, doing things you love doing, because things that you love doing make yourself happy, and that's how you feel love. Because at the end of the day, whenever we are using whatever love language and whatever we are doing for our loved ones, we're doing that to see them happy, to make them happy, just to see that smile on their face, and just do that for yourself. Once you start doing things for yourself that makes you see the smile on your face, you will start embracing yourself, you will start loving yourself. You will actually, this is also quality time because you're removing like 15 minutes for yourself, but it's not a lot of quality time, and you're actually using that time to do something for yourself. Even if that's just like sleeping an extra 10-15 minutes one day when you're really tired, and acknowledging that okay, today I'm exhausted, I need to sleep. Even if that's like switching off your cell phone, or like having an ice cream, painting, watching television, running, skipping, jumping, dancing, like doodling, sketching, whatever you enjoy doing, just do that for 15 minutes. It is not that tough, guys. All you have to do is remove 15 minutes for yourself and do something that you love. Now, with that takeaway, I am going to wrap this session up and see you all next Wednesday, where we are going to talk about fear of commitment and how you can overcome it, or what actually is the root and the base of that. So if that's something that you're also interested in, do hit the notification bell along with subscribing so that you are notified whenever the video is out. I do videos on different topics that might help you in your journey every Wednesday, and every Friday we do like a pick a card reading on love and relationships. It need not be romantic, it could just be like family and work relationships or anything of that sort. And on Saturdays, we do like pendulum reading or like a quick yes or no reading with like some messages and stuff. If you have any other ideas other than this that I could like include in the schedule on YouTube or even on other platforms, so on Instagram we do a healing reel or like a short reading reel every Tuesdays, and on Facebook I do like a twin flame reading on every Thursdays. So other than this, actually I have like the entire schedule written in the description box below, so you can check that out. And if you have any suggestions for that, please let me know in the comment section below. Let me know how you like this video. If there are any other topics that are on your mind that you would like me to discuss, let me know that as well. And if you are looking for a personal guidance session, then my email ID, Facebook and Instagram account links are in the description box below. And I look forward to hearing from you. Do like, share, subscribe, and stay in touch. Bye bye.